Okay, so good morning everybody and once again welcome back in today's class. Today we're on the day number 16 and we were discussing about the transform map. Yesterday we saw that we can bring the data. It can be transitional data, it can be foundation data in ServiceNow via using the import set and the transform map. For that we have created our Excel sheet. We bring that Excel sheet in the ServiceNow via the load data and then we created a transform map. But yesterday, if you notice, we leave the class on the point that why there is a error and how we can sort out this error. Anybody get any idea that why there is error and how we can sort it out this?
Yes, actually, it is trying to update the same user ID, so it's turning into the error.
Okay, good point. Now let me do one thing. Let me come here and this is our Excel sheet, right? Let it be open. Now let me do, this is my user ID and I'm changing the VIP flag. Nothing, not anything else. I'm changing it and say because user ID it can't be updated. It's giving me error that okay, this is a duplicate. You can't do this thing. Now what I'm doing, I'm just changing. Let's say Mac is working in a company and he got promoted. Now HR want to be update his designation and his salary information in the particular tool. But Mac employee ID is still same. So now let's come back here and see what will happen now. Good data.
Sir, you're sharing the screen?
Yes, already.
I'm not able to see actually.
Let me do. Let me share it again then. Confirm it, Mac, if all good now.
Yes, it's all good from my side.
Okay. So now we are here. It created a new, it taking a table now and one submit. Sorry, file. Oh, this thing. And bring it here and submit now. ठीक. Run the transform map here. This is my transform map name. Transform. And now if I open the transform history and see, it is showing 2 and 2 record have an error. Even it did not update this record as well. Logically, it should update. But if I go back and check the error and open the related list, error during insert MHTH and ABBC. What is the error here? Import logs. Imports and transform this. During this, let me open this and see what error we have. Only this one. During insert this. मतलब insert के time it has some problem. Now, what to do in these cases? ऐसा तो नहीं है. It is not possible that I have to get a new email ID or the employee ID for Mac once again and then add that or create a new ID and then say, okay, Mac, now going forward, this is your new email ID, this is new employee ID. So what to do in this case? Okay, there's a word come in the database domain and that is called the unique key. In our discussion, we have this unique key called as a sys ID. But what about this transform map? यहाँ पर on this particular place, we don't have any sys ID available. ठीक है? ठीक, we don't have any sys ID here. So what to do here? So ServiceNow says there is a new concept in this particular domain. It's called Coalesce. Someone say Coalesce, someone say Coalesce. Different name people call this particular one. Even the spelling, I'm sure it's wrong here. Okay. What this element do? Thanks, Amisha, for joining. Okay, what this element do? This is a unique identifier in the record level. It has two things to be do. Number one, if match the record. Second, if Coalesce did not match, then create the record. इसका काम सिर्फ यही है, या तो मैच करके अपडेट कर दो, अदरवाइज क्रिएट कर दो. सो डिड नॉट आएगा यहाँ पे. Okay, now how to create a call stack? That is another important point. So I'll go back to my transform map. Okay, here I click on the, this is my transform map. नहीं कहाँगे? ये run transform map. ठीक. Sorry, not run. I have to be open the transform map. Okay, एक minute. I'm not able to see this one. Transform map. This one. Okay. Now I will find out my transform map here. Okay, let me search for our transform map called LNG and open this. And now I will go to my field level because Coalesce is not on the table level. Coalesce will be on the field level. Now, if as I ask you, what is the differentiation if Sunita and Anvesha working in the same company? How you identify these two girls? Atul, there must be their employee ID, which is different, right? So in this case, we have to be defined that what is my Coalesce. Now the question can be there. Atul, can we have more than one Coalesce? Yes, you can have more than one Coalesce as well, but be careful. More data conditions can create a problem for you while uploading the data or bringing the data in the service now. We can have one or two like employee ID plus email ID is my two Coalesce. If these two match, only then I will update the record. If not, in our example, what we will do, we will come here and see the user ID. Where is the user ID? Let me sort this one first. Easy to be do. 2 minutes में आ रहा है. Okay, just give me 1 minute, guys. I'm going to mute for a minute. ठीक है. Now we will see about the user ID. Company, gender, attitude, sorry, latitude, not attitude, user ID. And we can open this. ठीक. And now either you can make it double click here only, or you can come here and make this field as a Coalesce ticket. As of now, just to do this part. And now save. If you do any change in the transform map, you don't required to do anything else on this particular. Means you don't need to create anything in the Excel sheet now. Okay. Now I'll come back here and I will load data. Same thing I'll load now. existing this, file this, go to this, source table, this, submit. And now to record, to insert, all the things will be there. And now run the transform. Tick and click on the transform now. Still saying success, but we have to see our history. Come back here. And now you can see one update, one ignored. अब तो ये क्या प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट है? Why is showing ignored? Tell me. पहले एरर थी उसको सही किया तो इग्नोर में आ गया. बताइए. What do you think? Why it hasn't been ignored? Just tell me. Tell me.
Because of Coalesce, it has taken it acts like a primary key.
तो उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? उसने पहला भी तो अपडेट किया ना. Then why second has been ignored? The reason being, in the second record there is nothing to be updated. उसमें कुछ नया था ही नहीं. This ID is already exist. कुछ हमने नया डाला ही नहीं था करने के लिए, तो कैसे करता है वो? So now if I make a change here, true, and let's say I say title और I'll say कुछ ऐसा है जो easy रहे हमारे लिए. हाँ, language English, and in the both we have a English. And now save and now run it again. Same process. Load data, show file, go here, open, submit, run transform, and transform. And now you can see both has been completed. Q, why it is done? Because as we say, it go in the background, it check, okay, this user ID, what is new has been added. Okay, English language is added, update. इस पे क्या? This is the Coalesce. Now if I say, let me add one more thing, HHML. ठीक है? And let remove this and let remove this. ठीक, Coalesce की है, correct? Now run it again. Load data. These are the multiple use cases of this Coalesce. Go here, click on this, open this. See, 3 record, 3 inside, because import set doesn't know that I'm deleting it, updating it, removing it, what I'm doing, but I'm bringing it. Okay. Now run transform. Same thing, transform history. And now see, 3 records, 1 inserted, 2 ignored. क्यों? क्योंकि when this particular transform app run, it tried to find out about this user ID, and it did not find this user ID in the database. So it thought if Coalesce did not match ये वाला point, then create. तो उसने उठा के इसको create कर दिया. Clear or doubt? Yes guys, clear or doubt?
क्लियर है
अभी तो क्लियर है, अभी तो क्लियर हो ही जाता है. ठीक है. Now we have a lot of things to be discussed. ठीक है. Let me come back on my transform map. ठीक. and open my transfer map here LNG. And I'll come back here now, because here a lot of things we can do. Number one, and I am just giving you the high level view. See, if I practically say the concept of transfer map is over, complete, ये इतना ही concept है. But now it is on the weekend you have to do this exercise, क्योंकि इसमें hit and trial नहीं है, इसमें data changes है. Number one, run the business rule. Let's say yesterday Harshal asked this question. If I am bringing any data in service now, I want to be run the business rule defined on that table. जैसे as soon as we create an incident, I want the SLA should be attached. अब उसका एक business rule चलता है background में. So if you're bringing the incident records, you want to be SLA should be attached, then you can make it as a tick box. If you don't want, leave it, that's fine. Enforce mandatory fields. As of now, if I come back here and open the user table, okay, should be open the user new form. Okay, open the user table. We don't have any mandatory field, but definitely like if I open the incident record, change record, problem record, we have some mandatory fields. So it says, do you want to enforce the mandatory field? कि बिना इसके तो मैं रिकॉर्ड नहीं क्रिएट करने दूंगा. We said no, but two more options. Only map field, the field which I am bringing or the map here. अब यहाँ पर सारी मैप है कुल मिला के. अदरवाइज क्या होता है, we create only Excel sheet with the limited fields. 4 या 5 fields चाहिए, बाकी नहीं चाहिए मुझे. Okay, and it totally depend on your business case. Generally it should be yes, only map field, या फिर सारे fields में check करो, either you mapping or not mapping, still you have to be check it. Number one part. Number two, copy empty fields. अब यहाँ पे देखो, if you see here, many fields are blank. Do you want to copy it? अब तो blank का तो blank ही जाएगा, हाँ blank जाएगा, but it will show as a null in the service now. You want to copy it? People say no, it's not a good practice. So copy the blank fields. Create new record on empty Coalesce field. Oh my God, how is this possible? Let's say I'm creating the title, Mr. and I'm not putting any user ID. Do you want to create a new record? Logically, practically, it should not. अतुल ये तो requirement ही नहीं है. बिना roll number के, without roll number, how you want to create a new user record or the student record? That's not look good. That's not fair. But service now give you option. Sometimes we need it. Sometimes we require it. अरे record बना लो, बाकी बाद में देखेंगे. So we can do this part. These 2, 3, 4 things you have to do exercise at your end. Nothing to be changed, plus tick box check करो, save करो, Excel में आओ, अपना data change करके देखो and upload it. Now this thing, order in which sequence it should work. If there are more than one, what I can say, transfer map on a same table, then the order is one of the key to be identified. This is important. I want, it's a run script, means I can code here as well. Okay, I can code here as well. What is the purpose of this thing? I saw this use case. एक minute देना, I'll just close the door. I saw the use case on the community for this one. Someone says that I want to bring the data in service now of the user record or the customer record, but I want to bring only when the customer has a vendor on the place in the data. So how to check this thing? You can write the script on the transfer map. Even though I have no idea that how to write this, but this is a use case there. Mainly in the CMDB records, when we update, we put these conditions. That is the important point here. Okay. Now ये तो हो गया upper level पे, table level discussions हो गए सारे के सारे. Now let's come to the Coalesce level. इसको हटा देते हैं अभी क्योंकि हमारा scripting नहीं है, and save it. Can I make more than one Coalesce? Yes, you can make more than one Coalesce. But again, I'm saying the same thing. Making more field Coalesce can get a problem for you. So avoid more than two. Generally हम तो एक ही रखते हैं. ठीक. Now I'll click on this Coalesce view. ये है मेरा Coalesce. Open it. And now I want to do some operation. If a field is a Coalesce, what to do? Even though that also same thing which is discussed here, but only one or two things be different. If you want to put any scripting here, okay, you can click on the script here. ठीक है. Second is this. Coalesce empty field जो हमने वहां देखा बेस में same है. But this is important. Do you want to make a Coalesce case sensitive? Means there is a difference between these two. HHNM, MM and HHMM. In दोनों में difference है if you tick this box. Generally we don't do. Very rare cases. We do this thing. Username आप किसी भी तरह से डालो, small caps में डालो, doesn't matter. But password is a case sensitive. So you can tick this box and check it. Out. Question clarification. पूछिए फिर आगे चलते हैं इसमें.
सर समझो हमने एक ट्रांसफॉर्म मैप से यूजर अपलोड कर दिए. ओके. अब हमको वो हटाने हैं वहां से.
हटाना तो फिर वही. Then if you want to remove it, you have to go to the table. Let's say if I'm here now. और वहां से delete करने पड़ेंगे. From transform map we can't delete it. Like this.
Okay.
Go here and delete it. Transform
only रोल बैक नहीं हो सकता है ना ट्रांसफॉर्म मैप एक बार अपलोड कर दिया तो.
ना.
ओके.
एक बार if once you charge your phone battery, can you roll back?
No.
You have to be use it.
Use it, yeah, correct.
Either use it, either remove the battery or delete the battery, something, but you can't roll back. So वही.
Sir, I have tried yesterday 1.5 million records upload. Okay, but it took a long time actually, very long time.
1.5 is too big. One more thing, good point you bring it, Harshal here. Avoid these many records in a one go. That's not a good practice.
Okay.
The reason being, it also depends that on which table you're bringing the records. That is a one part. Okay. Maybe you're bringing the record on the chain table or the problem table or the request table or the incident table. These are the tables which are commonly used. And there are a lot of business rule client scripts are running in the background for the same as well. So what we do, we bring the data in the chunks. 20,000, 25,000 record ले गया because that is easy for you to be check. अब 1.5 million में अगर 0.5 भी में error आ गई, how you will check it? Not possible, right?
Yeah.
So better to bring in the bit and pieces. क्या होगा 5 बार जॉब चल जाएगी 6 बार हो जाएगा but everything will I am able to check it. ठीक है, that is the one thing.
Yeah, when it was inserting sir, it was like 5,000 chunk. तो क्या हम वो chunk increase कर सकते हैं?
नहीं, that is again systems property.
Okay.
सिस्टम प्रॉपर्टी भी नहीं बोलूंगा बट इट्स समथिंग डिफरेंट कोड. वो आपको दिखेगा 5 लेकिन पीछे बहुत कुछ कर रहा होगा वो.
अच्छा.
ठीक है. ये सुनीता,
Yes.
गो अहेड. और अन्वेषा.
Atul, if we want to delete multiple records together, is that possible?
In a from a service now.
हाँ.
ये देखो, you can select, you can go now, delete. With a checkbox. Simple. I can delete it. It's done.
100 cases, is it possible? Like,
As in, is there is more than 100 or 200 cases? हमको क्या मतलब manually जाके
Yes.
select करना पड़ेगा एक एक.
नहीं. Now 2 things important. When I want to be update a good number of records, when I say good number means more than 100, 200, 300, 400 records हैं, then we don't use these options. क्योंकि इसमें आपके पास power नहीं है more than 100 select करने की एक पेज के ऊपर. ठीक है. So what we do, ServiceNow provide another feature called the fix script. यहाँ पे. ठीक है. Fix script, or there is a called the background scripts. Mainly background scripts are there, not fix scripts. Background scripts. Yeah. So you have to be write your code, and from the backend you can delete it immediately.
Okay.
Okay. But very carefully. So if you want to delete 2000 records, don't put everything in a one go. Try to do only 1 or 2 records first and see what data is showing, what error code is showing. If all good, then run it and done.
Okay. Thanks, Atul.
Sir, can we do some manipulating code in this section?
What
जैसे हमको record delete करना है या update करना है.
देखो, these are 2 different operations. Delete and update are 2 different operations. What exactly you want?
Just like I want to update all the incident with the status resolved within the code.
Yes, you can do. So mainly anything which you want to do on the record level and the count is high, we use the background scripts. Okay. But like in your case, you're saying that I want to update all the records to the let's say 20 records, 30 records, 50 records to the resolved state. It will not work because when you resolve an incident, 2 fields are mandatory. The resolution code and the resolution notes are mandatory. So you have to put that as well in your script, only then it will update.
Okay. So all mandatory fields I need to mention.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So what you can do from the front end, you can do from the back end as well. And this is what the coding is left now as of now in ServiceNow. Main वही है. Yes, Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, so since we are using this PDI, so we are using update set, right? So like how we can download as this all the application level record that since we are using since first day, and then we can download the XML file and we can import this.
Wait. Meg, repeat your question again.
Okay, so I'm using update set since I'm using your PDI, right?
Okay,
so it's capturing all the application level record.
Wait, no. It is only capturing the business logic, not records. Okay. This is what I say on the update set, that update set only capture the business logic. I'll let me show you a good point you bring. Let me show you. Go here, open the update set. Now in my update set, if you see, I have done 278 changes. But if you see here, it did not capture anything on the data part. कहीं आपको दिख रहा है डेटा का पार्ट? अभी हमने 8 डिलीट किए नहीं है, right? Policy version, because I was creating a video on the new product of ServiceNow, so these things get captured. But did you see anything on this part? See,
No.
dictionary entries दिख रही है. You guys created this table, or I created this table with you. So update set never ever capture the business data or the data. Business छोड़ो, data नहीं create करता. ठीक है. Now the question in your mind, then how we can move this data into the next instance, right, Mac?
Yes.
अच्छा. Now tell me, anybody has the PDI handy? मेरा PDI को छोड़ के किसी के पास PDI है जो running में है?
Yes sir, exactly.
Can you create a user ID for me quickly and give me the admin
Yes
rights?
sir. Yeah,
ठीक, आप वो बनाओ. We'll discuss one more thing in the meantime. ठीक. So this is the one case. Now if I give you a shortcut, let's say Rituja join a new company, ठीक, and she is working in the night shift. She is alone in the night shift, and customer requested to Rituja, can you create these 20 or 40, 50 users in ServiceNow quickly? अब Rituja ने बोला 40 users, 10 fields per user तो नहीं होगा, कम से कम 4 घंटे लग जाएंगे, नहीं होगा, tough. But she don't know that how to do the transfer map. उसको ये भी नहीं पता पूरा का पूरा मैप कि लोड डाटा करो, फिर ये सब काम करो and bring it. But she know one trick. What she can do? She can go here in the user table. ठीक है. Let me open the user table. Admin. ठीक. And she will click here and she will click import. What you want to do? You want to insert or update? I want to do the insert. ठीक है. Do you want to create an Excel from the template to enter data? We already have Excel. Include fields, yes. And click on the choose field. She will pick up this file क्योंकि इस कस्टमर ने ऐसे बना के भेजा. And upload. Now see carefully what is be happening. क्या हो रहा है? Can you tell? What happened? Tell me.
Importing Excel file upload process sir.
मतलब
Three records.
means
आपने
no. हाँ, good, Ashal, good.
नहीं सर, I'm on another screen. आपने क्या किया मतलब?
I did nothing. I come here in the user table. ठीक है, click on the import and put that file name and this window is coming. Rituja, what is happening now? Tell me.
डेटा कॉपी हो गया,
मतलब
सर्विस नाउ में आ गया,
मतलब
यूजर टेबल में
नहीं, मतलब
सर एक टेम्पररी टेबल में आ गया है इन द कैश.
शाबाश. Means the gyan which I have given you yesterday is just in a few seconds has been done by ServiceNow. Or what I told, go to download the Excel template, put the data, go to the load data, create the temporary table. ServiceNow done on all the things for you quickly. Data mat mujhe. Means if you have no idea that how to create the transfer map, how to create the load data, go here, click import, and now you can preview the import data. If you notice that ServiceNow created a import table for yourself by them. ये 3 रिकॉर्ड हमारे आ गए. हम यही करते हैं ना लोड डेटा में. What we do in the load data? We map the Excel sheet with the ServiceNow import set table. In that case, we create the import set table. But here, ServiceNow create the import set table for me. देखो import set number भी डाल दिया. Now scroll down. If you are happy with this, let's say I am happy with this data. Open this one record. हाँ A B B C ठीक है, चलो बैक चलते हैं. Open another record. B C D D ठीक है, चलो good. If you are happy with this record, click on the complete import. And now what be happening? By clicking this UI action, ServiceNow is creating a transform map for you and bringing the data in the ServiceNow. So now you can see ये तीनों data आ गए. Why it's showing these data as well, I'm not sure. You want to see now? Come back here. Sorry, I was on the mute, guys. Nobody tell me. So all the things which we have done in the last 1.5 hours is done by ServiceNow in a quick minute. But we not recommend this approach every time. No, not every time. And also one more thing, very carefully, I'm telling you, don't do this approach in the production directly. We never ever create any record, foundation data record, I'm saying, not the transactional data, foundation data record in the production directly. Reason उसका भी मैं आपको बताता हूँ. ठीक है, क्लियर हो गया everybody?
Yes.
Right, Tuja, Mac, Sunita, Anvesha.
Yes.
Good. Now the next part. Okay, Harshal मैं open करता हूँ. Next part is that Atul, let's say we created 100 records in the dev instance. ठीक है, ये मेरा instance मान को आप dev का है. ठीक है, I want to move. Let me close every other table now. ठीक है, and open the user record. Easy रहेगा, वहां चलते हैं. ठीक, ये and let me open the instance provided by Harshal. हर्षल क्या हो गया?
नहीं वो गलती से.
अच्छा ठीक है, मुझे लगा पता नहीं मैंने डाटा कुछ. Just once. LNG 15. But showing a timeout. अच्छा ठीक है, LNG. Give the password as well, and make sure
Yes.
you give the admin rights.
Yeah. Yes.
Let me do login, and let me do my password. No. Yes, I have admin rights. Now what I will do, I'll come back here. ठीक है, and I'll. अच्छा हाँ, मुझे एक याद आया. Yesterday I found some interesting thing. You can see this message, right? The page you're looking could not be found. Everybody, right?
Yes, sir.
I want to modify this message. ढूंढना कहां से आ रहा है ये?
System UI settings.
पता नहीं, मुझे नहीं पता, ये ढूंढना.
Yes, sir.
I have to find out from where it is becoming. I saw one post yesterday on the community. I was searching something else and I found this one. So I thought let me give you the question. Answer मुझे भी नहीं पता, but you can find out. So now what I will do, I'll go here. User admin, user, and I'll create one user now. New. Okay, I'll create a similar user. ठीक है, ABBC. I'll tell you that why I'm creating it. So ABBC, ठीक है, बाकी कुछ नहीं है, सिर्फ ईमेल आईडी ये है. ठीक, से क्यों भाई .com है खुश. Invalid email address, why it's showing अब ठीक है. ठीक है, देखो ये मिस्टेक होती है जब हम डेटा इंपोर्ट करते हैं, क्योंकि वहां पे वैलिडेशन नहीं मिल रखी कुछ भी कि डेटा सही है कि नहीं. नाउ टेल मी वन थिंग, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दिस यूजर which is in my instance and this user which is in Harshal instance? क्या डिफरेंस है दोनों में? बताइए.
योर मतलब आपका एडमिन है यहाँ पे, ये सिंपल यूजर है.
छोड़ो उसको, फॉर्म लेवल पे डिस्कस करो.
ओके.
And then I'll give you the practical learning for this one. Anvisha, if you want, I can open these two windows together. Tell me what is the difference between these two records. ज्यादा लगता तो इसको भी मैं कैपिटल में कर देता हूँ, ठीक है, ताकि बुरा ना मानो. अब बताओ.
वैसे तो कोई फर्क ही नहीं है.
सुनीता, ऋतुजा,
सर इसका आपके यूजर का सिस आईडी अलग हो सकता है और इसका सिस आईडी अलग हो सकता है. ये हो सकता है, मतलब है.
वीआईपी है इधर, वीआईपी नहीं है.
अरे वैल्यू तो नहीं है ना, खाली है, वो तो फॉर्म लेवल पे है, कुछ दिक्कत नहीं है.
इसका तो पास नहीं.
So ऋतुजा, no difference? Back. Okay. Sunita, no difference?
कंपनी
कंपनी में फर्क पड़ता, रहने दो. मैं I'm saying about the values. Don't worry about this form field level. Field है कि नहीं है फॉर्म पे. Mac, what do you think?
No, difference तो मुझे नहीं दिख रहा.
You know, असली सर्विस नाउ तो अभी शुरू ही नहीं हुआ
है.
ये तो बहुत बेसिक्स हैं. Everybody sees no difference, but nobody supported Harshal's answer कि सर सिस आईडी अलग हो सकता है और सिस आईडी ही अलग है. देखो, ये इसका सिस आईडी है, ये इसका सिस आईडी है. What happened practically? I tell you the story now. ठीक है, I was supporting a customer. ठीक, after go live 2 months, 3 months, we had an issue. There's a customer or the user named Ravi. He's able to do XYZ work in production, but he's not able to do XYZ in the test instance. ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है भाई? चलो ठीक है. We see that it open the record. We see username, user ID भी ठीक है. We see the group भी सारे वही हैं. रोल भी सारे वही हैं. फिर पूरा ट्रबल शूट किया, impersonate, नॉन impersonate, टेस्ट में impersonate किया, नॉन impersonate किया, नहीं फर्क पड़ा, नहीं समझ में आया. ठीक है, we'll again go back, दोबारा से चेक करते हैं. चेक किया, नहीं चल रहा. Then I go to my architect. This is what called the experience actually. ठीक है, and nothing else. This is what called the experience. He says, Atul, go and check the sys ID of these two users. He did not say anything else. He said, okay, check this man. I sab check kar liya maine. He said, go to the sys ID and check the sys ID of these two users record. And there I find the difference. दोनों का sys ID अलग था. And the reason being, in our code, we have specific put this sys ID for that particular user to access these things in the test, but not in the production, or the vice versa case, which I'm saying. ठीक, तो इन दोनों में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है. Sunita is doing his masters from the Bangalore University. And tomorrow, if she move from the Bangalore to Bangalore University to any other college which is affiliated to the Bangalore University, her university registration will not get changed. To keep this consistency, we never ever create the users in the upper instances. तो अतुल अब इसका solution क्या है? हमें तो ये बताओ. Let me do one thing. Let me change it to the 1. क्योंकि अगर आप if you are saying that we should not create a user in the upper instances, then how to bring that user data, foundation data, record, CM location, department, group, CMDBs कैसे हम लेके आएंगे? So for that, do one thing. Come here. Let's say I want to be import only these 3 records. ठीक है, इसको कैसे फिल्टर करूं? चलो ठीक है, हम ये लेते हैं एक रिकॉर्ड. इसको 15 है ना? हाँ ठीक है, इससे कर लेते हैं. क्रिएटेड शो मैचिंग इजी रहेगा. ठीक है, ये 3 रिकॉर्ड मुझे मूव करने हैं. नाउ गो हियर, एक्सपोर्ट XML and download. The only reason of doing this thing is that I want to make sure my sys ID of each record should be consistent in the all environments. Because we as a user, we as a ServiceNow consultant, sometimes we don't know that where this user ID has been used in the coding. Now I'll come back here. Let me bring this here only. I'll go to the user table, right click and import XML. Choose file, go to download and click open, upload. बन गई. शो मैचिंग. देखो इसने शो मैचिंग में सारे क्यों दिखाए? डेट ही चेक की है क्या? टाइम ही चेक किया? देखो ये तीनों रिकॉर्ड्स आ गए. इफ यू ओपन दिस ABBC नाउ and see the sys ID. ये sys ID 3D to this and ये sys ID is same. So only in the dev instance, but when you want to bring the data from dev to test to production, we always use these options only. Import, export, update set. ये update set, sorry, import, export XML, not update set. Data never get captured in the update set. This is what the out of the box behavior of ServiceNow. To make the consistency. The same thing happened. One of my teammate created a group directly in the production system. ठीक है, मैंने जब बनाया dev में, मैंने कहा अगले दिन आके चलो dev में बनाता हूँ. Logically, I should move it, but I created again, and that created a problem for me. So now in this case that I said Rituja is out of in the night shift, that's fine. In the emergency cases, in the priority cases, she created the user account in production directly. Then it is her responsibility to bring that new user created to the XML to bring the test and from test to dev, not to run the complete cycle, import Excel in the lower environment. Otherwise, sys ID will be different. क्लियर वो फंडा ये वाला?
यस
अन्वेषा, सुनीता, ऋतुजा,
So
clear, right, everybody?
Yes.
Good. Now, what is your homework for today? Nobody will bring, no, okay, do one thing. If you want, you can, someone can ask Harshal to create user ID, your user ID in Harshal's PDI, and then you can import the data. Harshal, make sure this, you keep it live because I need it for the integration purpose as well, this instance.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So if you want, you can, or you already have your own PDI, so you can use my PDI as a base and export import to the this part, your PDI. Now what you have to do, at least create 5 to 7 different Excel sheets. Nobody will going to be use user table. No. Use a different table. Pick up the CMDB tables. CMDB में 1000 tables है. कोई भी pick up कर लो. Pick up the department table. Pick up the this thing, location table. Or role table. You can pick up, maybe create a new rules and you want to be imported into the service now. You can do as well. Maybe you can work on the incident table. थोड़ा सा record, dummy record बना and you want to import it. You want to see, right, how it's look like. So you can do. Try to create an import set on the SLA table. देखना बनते नहीं बनते क्या होता है. Try करके देखना. It's a different use case.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है जी.
Okay.
And with this topic has been completed on the transform map, and then try to move the data from dev to test, means from my PDI to your PDI. Also, when we're importing the XML, try to be avoid more than 10,000 records in a one go. Again, not recommended because same thing need to be run in the other instance as well. So better make it in the chunks, between pieces, 5,000, 8,000, 10,000. This problem arises when you want to bring the, when you want to bring the CMDB data from one instance to another instance, because CMDB does not have the less than 10,000, 20,000 records. It's always more than million. And I work in a customer area where we have more than 10 million records in a CMDB. Specifically telecoms, financials organizations जो रहती हैं उनकी इतनी CAs होती हैं. ठीक. Any last doubt, question, clarification required before I close the recording? ठीक है, good. Let me stop recording here.